friends, I'm glad to see you back. I am planning the week of my anniversary. So this is April the 19th through the 25th. And as you can see, I am in a different planner. I am back in my happy planner. I'm using this kit from Shop Jessica Hearts, and I just wanted to showcase how you can use kits in a happy planner, and just how you can work with the differences that there are from standard, I guess, vertical planners. So that was the kit that we went through very quickly, and here we are laying the base. So in this happy planner, as you can see, the date, number, and the actual day are on two different levels. So what I did here, typically in the past when I use my happy planner setups, I would not use date covers. I would just let it be the way it was. But I did want to show how you can use the date covers. So I used some washi there, this grid washi, to cover up. I did have to use whiteout, of course, up under there, but I covered up the dates, and then I layered the date covers on top of the numbers. So that way it kind of all blends out. Here I am. I took at the top. Okay, this is moving way too fast. I put down the bottom washi, and as you can see, one of the things is that with the bottom washi, it is always going to be longer than in your standard vertical layouts. So I try to use the part that has less of the design in it on the edge that I'm going to cut. And then I just laid the boxes down, trying to lay them evenly as possible so that I could put the headers as well. Here I am doing the other side, and as you can see, the side that I'm cutting off is more of the blank side. So once again, that side doesn't mess up basically the washi pattern that you're looking at. Here I am laying down these boxes on this side, and I do a staggered. So since they are 4 columns, then I have to stagger them out a little differently. The one thing I guess that really irritates me is when you do this is the lines. And I don't like using whiteout because at least my whiteout that I have, it's really, you can see the difference when you use it on the happy planner paper. So it's like it doesn't blend, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You can actually see the whiteout, and I don't really like that, so I choose to just make it work without using the whiteout. And you'll see how I do that in some places, and then how in other places I just, don't even worry about it. So here we are on Monday, and I'm using some of that washi with this Giving Girl bow box. And on Monday, I actually got a phone call from one of my cousins telling me that one of my other younger cousins had been shot and he passed away. So Monday was like more of a surreal day, because it was really just trying to, understand how that happened, and, just accept it. He was younger than I am, so no one expects for anyone to pass away in their 20s, much less by gun violence. So that was a heavy day. So moving on to Tuesday, that was a great day because this was the last day of the George Floyd trial. Well, not George Floyd, but Derek Chauvin, the police officer who killed George Floyd, he was found guilty. And so I won't say everyone, but a lot of us were happy because we felt like that was some type of justice. Of course, nothing compares to George Floyd actually being alive, but considering the state of affairs that most of the times individuals are able to get away with it, this was one of the first times where there was a guilty verdict. And Tuesday was also my actual anniversary. So 4/20 is my wedding anniversary. I wanted to get married in Jamaica, but we didn't. We got married in Mexico. But yes, 4/20 is my wedding anniversary. So come on Wednesday, I got an email with some really, really good news that I'll be sharing with you guys coming soon. Actually, by the time this video is up, you may actually already know. But work was work, had our usual Wednesday meetings, assessments with patients, and then working on some updates with our transplant system. And I had a really bad sinus headache on this day. It just really would not go away. So I took some medicine, of course, to try to get rid of that because I was not trying to be sick for the rest of the weekend. But that evening, I was able to get on Zoom with the girls. We really enjoy doing Zoom on Wednesdays, and I try not to miss it if at all possible. So Thursday and Friday, I took off work, and here I'm kind of marking that with the washi strip that I just tore and put there. Just took some PTO. Thursday, I just used that day to kind of pack and get ready and do all the things I needed to do before we actually left. So we had to get our car serviced. I had to dry my hair so that I could go get it braided. So, doing all of that before I actually go sit for 5 hours to get my hair braided, dropping my daughter off at school and, letting them know about the change in arrangements as far as who was going to be picking her up on Friday. So I guess like Thursday, even though it was a day off, it was still like a prep day. I took these florals from Christine Paper Studio, and as you see, I put it on this one side, and then I'll be putting it on the other side as well in a little bit. But here I'm just writing down all the list of things that I did that I just listed off for you guys. So you see the lines here. Most of the time I try to cover up the lines with either a box. But sometimes I'm not able to, and so I like these new style of florals where they're like hanging from this line, or you could call them coming up from the line. So that's kind of perfect for me to use on the lines to kind of disguise and take away from the fact that there's this black line running through the paper right there. And then it allows me to keep moving with my boxes on down. And if you hear any snoring, that is my dog. He is asleep right behind me, and he sounds like a grown man when he sleeps. So on Friday, we drove to Tennessee. We went to Chattanooga, Tennessee, because I told my husband, I was like, we don't have to go far away, but I just don't want to be home for our second anniversary. Last year, 2020, was our first anniversary, and that was right after things with COVID had just started, so everything was on lockdown, and we literally, couldn't do anything. So this year I was like, we're going to do something. It doesn't have to be large, but we're going to do something. So we went to Chattanooga, Tennessee, which is about 2 hours away from us. So it's not a far drive. And so Friday, we actually went to Ruby Falls. So there's a mountain there called Lookout Mountain. And there is a waterfall inside up under the ground in the mountains. So you can hike through the caves to get to the waterfall, and then see the waterfall that's under the mountain. So we did that. It's called Ruby Falls. And so I used this Nana, I think is what they call them, from Papershire, along with this lace box from the Giving Girl. And I think that was perfect. That Nana, like, I didn't have anything to represent hiking because that's not something I do often, so I don't really buy like hiking stickers. But the Nana with the camera was perfect because we took a lot of pictures. And then that evening we came home to our Airbnb, and we watched Mortal Kombat. I actually never played the game or never watched any of the older movies, so my husband had to explain everything to me, but I thought it was a good movie. So Saturday, it was raining pretty much all morning, so we slept in, and I love that. That was a perfect sticker from Papershire with her and him laying in the bed. We got up a little later, braved the rain, and went to Tapulo Honey. We had brunch. You might have seen the picture that I had with the chicken and waffles. Those chicken and waffles, the waffles actually had macaroni and cheese inside of them. And believe it or not, it was actually really good. I'm not a person who likes to try a lot of new things when it comes to foods, but it was just something about it where I was like, I want to try it. And so I tried it, and it was really good. So I'm actually glad that, I branched out. And then we went to Chattanooga Whiskey, and we toured Chattanooga Whiskey. So it's a distillery there in Chattanooga that makes whiskey. They have an experimental distillery there. And so basically what I learned that meant is that everything that they make, so they tried out different flavors, but everything that they make there, like what they make, so like that barrel, that's all they have. So they sell it until it's gone, and then they'll never make it again. It's just for them to try different flavors. But basically, after the tour, we got to taste the whiskey. So you might have saw that in my stories too. There were like 6 shots that we got to try of different types of whiskey. Needless to say, because since I had my daughter, I really don't drink a lot, if it's not wine or anything. So I was feeling good after that. So I kept telling my husband, I was like, I want to be able to walk. We walked here. We need to be able to walk back to our Airbnb. And then later that evening, we went to this place called Main Street Meats. It is a meat shop. So they sell meats. They cut up meat, and they sell it. So you could get it premium meat and then cook it at home, but they also have a restaurant there too. So we ate at the restaurant, and y'all, I'm telling you, so we got the ribeye, and the ribeye was like basically $40, right? It came with mashed potatoes, and then we got broccoli with it. That was probably like the best $40 that I spent in my life. That ribeye was so good. The mashed potatoes was so good. The broccoli was even good. I'm not even a vegetable person, but that broccoli was good too. So if you're ever in Chattanooga, try some of those spots, because I tell you, they were amazing. They really were. We also ate at this place called Blue Orleans, and it was really good too. I didn't have room to put it on Friday, but it was really good. Sunday, we did the Lookout Incline, which is a railway where you go up the mountain. We drove home, and then I did my usual as far as cooking, cleaning, and filming. And the video's over. Bye.